Here we go. Welcome to the second round of the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship. From San Diego, it's the 9th seed Utah State Aggies from the Mountain West Conference and the #1 seed Arizona Wildcats from the Big.
You're going up against Arizona, one of the elite teams in terms of how physical they play.
We have three outstanding officials in this one. Right there, Patrick Adams, 25th season, 6 Final Fours. The terrific Pat Driscoll, 31st season, 4 Final Fours. 27th NCAA tournament. And Chance Moore, 21st year, his 7th tournament. Our standby, Kenneth Burdett. So they're set. The team is set. We've already seen a shocker in terms of how it ended earlier on. Let's see where this one takes us in Arizona. We'll begin it with the 1 seed against a 9.
I tell you, this Elamine against Burries matchup could be good, even though we get a lot of switching.
Well, no matter what Utah State does, they've got to finish every possession with the rebound. Not a great defensive rebounding team. Arizona elite in that regard.
And Burries buries a 3.
I mean, I love this guy. I think Burries is as good as anybody, but Utah State not happy with that double team. They said yesterday when they go after the post, they want them to go steal the ball, and they didn't get that. They went down and just got their hands up. Krivas can see over anybody.
Boy, and you've got to build a wall here, Coach, and you've got Burries who is just spotting this thing up. You step through the double team, that can't happen. You step through that, now it's game on the backside.
Burries the foul, Collins has it, and they go on top to Keller. Elamine accelerates and fires.
Wow, he just continues to get better and better.
Yes. Hard to believe that the last 3 games of the regular season, he went scoreless.
That is hard
That is
for me to
amazing.
believe.
You're right.
Because this guy's going to play in the NBA. His coach said it to us the other day, and he's absolutely right.
Arizona beat Long Island University, a 116 matchup by 34 on Friday. Inside, Pete.
Well, this is Arizona basketball. They don't shoot threes very often. We saw Burries make the 1, but that ball's going to go inside all night long.
And Coach, how about the spacing? All 4 other players, they are lifted, and that just leaves the entire backside for Koa Pete.
Utah State took care of Villanova by 10 in an 8-9 matchup. Here comes Collins. Working his way, chipping inside, lost the ball. Karchenkov has it, and Pete at the other end. Elamine knocks it away. Pete got it back, and a foul inside on the Aggies. In dark blue, Wildcats in white.
Well, and look at the spacing here as you've got 4 other guys on the perimeter, and Koa Pete, 4 around 1. You push Elamine up that lane. There is no help side for that. Terrific play design. Tommy Lloyd, that's an easy basket designed right there for Arizona.
And that is not what Utah State wanted. They want to keep their 5-man always guarding the low post and then X out to the high post every time because they don't have a lot of size. They want to keep Keller and Templin when he's in the game guarding the low post. They didn't do it there.
Collins picked up the foul. Pete at the line, the second leading scorer for this #1 seed Arizona team. Allen steering his way with the defense in front.
And you see that Krivas just plays back in the paint.
It's Elamine again. Keller corkscrews. Rebound, Krivas.
So tough to score on Arizona inside. They give up the lowest 2 percentage in the
Krivas
country.
with a 3. And picked up by Burries. Offensive rebound. It's Braden Brantley with a 3.
Tommy Lloyd did not like that. He's telling his team, go at him. Go at him. He talked about it yesterday. They want everything to the rim.
Watch every men's game live on your computer, phone, tablet, or streaming device with NCAA March Madness Live. Download now to stay up to date on all the action. Jaden Bradley was defending, and he's going to foul Falslev inside. Elamine again. Knocked away by Pete with his defense.
Koa Pete just staying right there, step for step with Elamine.
Here's Jaden Bradley with the ball. Elamine is right there. Karchenkov, full look inside. Krivas. He's got a size advantage. Here's the cutting Bradley. And picked up by Falslev. Karchenkov is right there. He appears to be okay. He'll stay in.
Tommy Lloyd's bench telling him to challenge this out of bounds call. I'm not sure he wants to challenge 3 minutes into the game.
It's just so early right here. Karchenkov pays the price here up and into the press row. But we talked about this on Friday. You know, even if this is off of Utah State, do you really take away your ability to have 2 challenges in the second half if this game is close? I don't really think it's worth the risk here, Coach. I think it's the right call.
Well, that's the referee just asked Tommy Lloyd, you going to challenge that? He just laughed. He said, not now. You were wrong, but not now.
Let him know.
Carson Templin is checked in for the Aggies. And here's Elamine, who is a freshman. And Templin a 3. And the leaping rebound corralled inside. Braden Burries will take it. He's already at a 3. He moves in on Drake Allen. Kicks outside. Triple right here. Down the hatch. Jaden Bradley knocks it in.
They can just crush it inside with their physicality, but they also play with extreme pace. They are in the top 20 in college basketball in terms of fast break points per game. Arizona to start, smash mouth inside. Now you're playing with tempo. Jaden Bradley hitting the trail. The Wildcats are getting out. What a start here in San Diego.
2 straight Elite 8 performances for the Volunteers, and they're in a dogfight right now at the Cavaliers.
And Virginia's had a heck of a year.
They
nice
have. With a first-year coach.
Yes, absolutely.
At the line, Drake Allen.
Drake Allen he looks like a better shooter than the numbers show. I watch him shoot, and I'm saying, this guy should be a great shooter. Not only 32% from 3, only 62% at the free throw line.
Burries, Rob, he picked up his 2nd personal foul.
Certainly a big one, although Arizona does have the luxury of bringing some good players off the bench. Del Orso comes in, Arizona, that's their sharpshooter. We're also going to see Tobe Awaka. He joins the game as well here.
Arizona is loaded. They probably have 8 starters. That's what Jared Calhoun, the coach of Utah State, said. They go to the baseline. Here comes Awaka. Once, twice, fouled inside.
Well, it didn't take Awaka long to get an offensive rebound.
Right now, let's take a look from our AT&T Connected Cam.
Well, Arizona, for as much damage that they can do in the half court, they also burn you in the open floor. And Jaden Bradley just running that wing early on. Arizona took a good amount of 3s. They've kind of settled in here and gotten more of their traditional diet of 2s inside.
Well, and Tommy Lloyd won't let him get carried away with the 3. It's just, he brought that up in practice yesterday. At one point, they even made 3 straight 3s in practice. He said, too many jump shots. Get that ball inside, put pressure on him. He wants to get Utah State in foul trouble because he's worried about their ability to create steals in the paint, and he wants them to have to back off their aggressiveness.
And so far, Arizona has handled that aggressiveness. Not a single turnover for the Wildcats so far.
Tobe Awaka hit 1 of 2. As you saw, Allen has it. Karchenkov will be out there on him. Gary Clark has come off the bench. Allen, corner. It's Kobe King flying inside.
Wow. Challenging Krivas, who got vertical, but Kobe King, who's been doing his damage from 2, known as a shooter, he got right to the body and knocked Krivas back.
Well, that was a great finish.
With it is Jaden Bradley, Big 12 tournament most outstanding player. Karchenkov, Awaka, grinding, spinning, turning, fouled. .12:39 here in the first half.
Well, if you're going to go at the big guy, you've got to get into his body. If you leave space, he blocks the shot. That was good verticality by Krivas. Just a better finish there from King.
Drake Allen picked up his first foul. Tobe Awaka at the free throw line. He's a senior from Hyde Park, New York. Cardinal Hayes High School. Played a couple years at Tennessee. Now he is a Wildcat.
Well, and Kevin, he's had a historic year in terms of rebounding the ball. His per 40 minutes, if you stretch out for every 40 minutes he's on the floor, he averages over 17 rebounds a game, which is the most by any Big 12 player since 02-03.
That's amazing. I mean, absolutely amazing. And of all bench players in college basketball, the #1 rebounder on the offensive glass.
Well, wouldn't be a bench player for very many teams.
Here comes Perriman off the bench with the hesitation.
Not as much size now for Arizona. You can attack the basket a little bit easier now.
Templin has it. Shot clock at 5. Perriman, corner triple.
Perriman, a guy that's looking to make plays for others, not make plays for himself. That wasn't close.
I want to remind you, second round coverage of the NCAA Division I Women's Basketball Championship continues tonight on ESPN and ESPN2. And for more information on game times and teams and listings, go to ncaa.com. It's Pete, a freshman. Delorso is in there, back to Pete.
Did he call it? I don't know if he meant to do that, but it all counts the same.
So. It does all count the same.
That thing was a wide right off the hand, but a perfect amount off glass.
And Arizona only shooting 36%, but you see they're not going to guard Gary Clark on the perimeter at all.
King to Clark inside for the deuce.
Well, got to the body again, right away, coach.
Delorso and up to Pete.
Always looking high-low, Arizona.
It's Bradley. Awaka in the corner. A three launched and nailed right there. Anthony Delorso, a senior from Australia.
Well, he's the X factor. He showed what he can do. Big 12 tournament career high 26 against Iowa State. A sharpshooter that's had a tough year shooting the ball, but more than capable of getting hot.
Perriman tries to take it in. Big bodies await. Now it's Templin. He'll carve his way inside. Rebound to Waka. And here comes Jaden Bradley.
Waka just cleared Clark out of the way like he weighed 50 pounds.
Karchenkov, 3, no. And Clark's got the rebound. And Perriman will take it the other way as freshman from San Francisco. Good feed. King, no, can't get it. Hits the deck hard. We got a foul. It's on the Wildcats on the drive by the young guard.
Okoa Pete, we don't know if he called glass. This thing getting right away, but that pull-up, it's in his game. Arizona, so many guys can burn you. Yeah, Jordan Shrug, why not?
The #1 team, the #1 seed in the West, is led by a freshman, Braden Burries, the leading scorer on this team with 16 points a game. He's been terrific. He's coached by Tommy Lloyd, and Lauren caught up with him moments ago.
Fouls for Burries. How do you continue to navigate that?
Well, he's going to play again this half. I mean, just unlucky. You know, I trust him. He's going to play again this half. We're just shooting too many threes. You know, I mean, that's not kind of who we are. I mean, they're wide open shots. It's great if you're knocking them down, but I think we can go to the charge circle every time.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Tommy Lloyd was talking yesterday. He loves all the passing big men he's had. Of course, when he was at Gonzaga under Mark Few, they had a Sabonis up there. And so that's a pretty good way to kind of get a feel for what a big man can do.
Well, I just love the way that Tommy Lloyd has taken some of the great parts of Gonzaga, and certainly with his international connections. You mentioned Sabonis and the way that he played at Gonzaga. But it's pretty impressive to see the way that he's mixed great recruiting here in the States with what he's got internationally. He's got a heck of a team.
Picked up, turnover right there. Back and forth we go, and finally taken in there by King.
And those were our first turnovers of the game.
Right, we've had no turnovers until right there. Good point. And about 10 minutes gone here in the first half. The winner to the Sweet 16, wide open. That's a 3. Keller can't hit it. It's picked up by King. The cutter, that's Collins. Karchenkov closes him. Oh, then he got right by him with a move, and it's a rebound inside by Pete.
Well, you can get to the rim a little bit with Krivas out of the game.
Driving here with a dive is Bradley. Picked up by Collins.
Nice block there by Templin.
Templin, one of those guys, he sneaks up on you. You think you've got something easy. Every once in a while, he'll go up, block a shot or dunk on somebody. Sneaky athletic.
It's across court, and King. Delorso's on him. Shot clock at 9. King will chisel and feed, and they get the 2 inside with Keller.
High level from Kobe King right there, just to set the table. You draw that thing out, you draw 2, and you set it up perfectly for Zach Keller.
Oh, we've seen 2 real good plays by him. The finish against Krivas, and then that pass.
Karchenkov down low. Waka. Wow, he was got gnarly down there. Looked like Keller may have hurt his shoulder. Here comes Collins, outside King, and they reset his pyramid. Got a screen. Penetrates into the hole. Got it to go. The freshman.
And Keller wiped out Waka. One of those top screens, and that snake pick and roll. You get downhill. Utah State with a flurry here as Arizona's gone cold.
Well, Utah State outscoring Arizona 10-4 in the paint. That doesn't happen often to them.
Karchenkov steers his way into the D with a whistle. With 8:24 to go, the only thing that tastes better than making it to the March Madness is making it to the next round. So enjoy an ice cold Coca-Cola and keep cheering for your team. 3 new players coming in. Karchenkov is gone, along with Waka and Delorso. Burries is back. Krivas is in. Aristote in for the first time. He's got it and fires off the bench. That's a triple.
And another assist from Burries, getting down in the paint, always on the attack, and makes the right play.
Keller. Collins. It's a 3. Krivas will take it. Burries will drive. King in the way. Bradley inside, the bump, the lean, the fall, the foul. And he went right into the defense of Keller underneath.
Like Brayton Burries touched the paint and set the table. He's drawing a crowd. And you got Dwayne Aristote. He is locked and loaded on the right wing.
What a venue. And we've got the #1 seed Wildcats of Arizona and the 9 seed from the Mountain West, Utah State. They're led by Jared Calhoun in his 2nd year. Moments ago, our Lauren Shahadi caught up with him.
Coach, you kept saying at practice, if we don't do this, we don't win. What's at the top of that list for you?
Well, right now, the ball pressure's not where it needs to be. We're getting every shot we want. We just got to knock them down, slow down, get to the paint. I think we took some mid-range 2s early in the game that affected our defense.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
They won coming in 5 in a row, and they've won 14 of their last 17 in their 4th consecutive NCAA tournament, 6 in the last 7 years.
Look, what's happened at Utah State's amazing. Their run of tournaments under 3 different head coaches here in the last 4 years. Just phenomenal.
Well, this box score, a little surprising. 10-4 advantage points in the paint for Utah State. They're just 1 of 7 from 3. Arizona, who is dominant on the season in the paint, 4 of 8 from beyond the perimeter. They average 16 attempts. They're already halfway there with 8 to play in this half. And those points in the paint haven't been there for the Wildcats so far.
But part of the openness of the 3s is because you have to work so hard to shut down the paint of Arizona that then you've got open 3s.
Falslev gives inside King, and he traveled.
Did he travel? They called it, but did he?
We just saw St. John's take care of KU. Iowa State, 3rd appearance in the last 5 years in the Sweet 16. And Purdue, Robbie Hummel, is back in familiar territory.
Yeah, 7 Sweet 16 since 2016, and a toughness win. That's what they were missing back in February, but Big Ten tournament on. They flipped the switch.
Well, and Iowa State's win was huge.
Absolutely.
They didn't have their best player, Joshua Jefferson, and blew out Kentucky.
Pete, look out! Don't get in his way. When a body that big moves that fast, you want to clear the deck. And a foul called on the play. Man, he goes ramrodding down there. Look out.
Take a charge at your own peril.
I was going to say, we didn't have any volunteers to take this charge.
Oh, my gosh.
That's the beauty of verticality right there. You don't have to do that. You just jump straight up. But a bad gamble there by Drake Allen. I know he leads the Mountain West in steals, but you can't give that up.
Here is Koa Pete, Lauren, the youngest of 7 in all of his brothers and sisters Division I athletes.
How about that? And about a month ago, Koa injured his right lower leg, nagging pain that wouldn't go away, wasn't able to jump or run, sat out 3 games. His strength coach said, you need to get in the pool, keep your endurance up, and your diet has to change. So his dad came to campus, started cooking for him every night. He cut back on the chips and the candy, went from 10% body fat to 6 in 2.5 weeks. Coach, no chicken fingers, no candy, no fun.
Wish his dad would come cook for us. 7-0 run for Arizona. It's MJ Collins on top. Jeb stepping, diving inside, knocked away by Krevis. Here comes Arizona. It's Jaden Bradley on the move, the Big 12 Player of the Year. Bradley sets up 15-footer. No, El-Amin will gather it. Little pass, Collins, El-Amin. Lasered one inside. Keller couldn't hang on to it, out of bounds. It is off of Utah State.
Well, if you wonder why Arizona has an elite defense, yes, they've got guys that can guard on the perimeter, but the fact that opponents only shoot 53% at the rim, the 5th best percentage in college hoops, Krivas, the big part of that.
Well, they only give up 26 points a game in the paint and only 17 free throw attempts. So they're taking the paint away without fouling people.
And how good was he in that first game against LIU, Coach? When he was on the floor, they wanted no part of going into him.
Bradley sees an opening. He'll dance inside on the bigger Templin. Krivas. With 6:13 to go in the first half, it's time to start your engines because TNT Sports is back as your home for NASCAR this summer. Tune in beginning June 28th on TNT and streaming on HBO Max. Templin picked up his first. Krivas is at the line, the junior from Lithuania.
This guy's a very good player. Not just his size and what he does shutting the paint down on the defensive end, but he's got great hands and great touch.
And against LIU, Robbie, in the first round, 9 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 block shots.
And a part of those 7 rebounds, 3 offensive rebounds. He's got 17 games of 3 or more offensive boards on the season. He's a complete player. He plays both ends. He's got great touch. He can score with both hands, has a jump hook. Mo Krivas is just a really good player.
And a 78% free throw shooter for a big man.
Yeah, it didn't look like it on the first one.
No.
On the second one, he was looking right back.
He had to settle in there.
False left. Drake Allen, a senior. Got the screen, makes the feed. Collins has it. And back to Allen. And back to Collins.
Good screen.
The 3 won't go. The lunging rebound inside by Pete.
They're going to have to make some of those.
Pete, 3-time Arizona High School Player of the Year. D'Orso. .543 to go. Jared Calhoun, second straight he was the Mountain West Coach of the Year in his second straight NCAA tournament appearance.
Yeah, they're going to have to make some threes. They're 3 for 24 in the tournament so far.
Krivas will twirl. Lean. It's out of bounds. Watch whip-around coverage of all men's games with Fast Break presented by Home Depot in the March Madness Live app. Shot clock at 20.
Utah State also has to get Mason Falslip going. You're talking about the Mountain West Player of the Year. He is scoreless and only has taken 2 shots. Hasn't really been involved all that much, Coach.
And had a 22-point game against Villanova.
Yeah, I mean, he's outstanding, and he is the guy they need to get going to do a lot of things. Score, get on the glass, run. He really just has not been involved.
Arizona, the big 12 champions in the regular season and the tournament. Looking for Pete, held on the play, foul on the play for the Big 12 champs. Beat Houston in that championship game.
Yeah, 22 points to
Man, that's
0 tonight. Yeah, that's a contrast.
He averages 16. Pete back at the stripe. His high school team at Gilbert Perry High School in Chandler, Arizona, won 4 straight state championships.
Well, and he's a 4-time FIBA gold medalist. I mean, whether it's his high school team or his early youth national team career of playing for USA Basketball, Koa Pete, outside of like the Cameron Boozers of the world, he's one of the great high school winners that we've seen come through here in the last 10 years.
He is a winner. You're right. Man, oh man. It's Collins.
Whoa.
Allen wasn't expecting it. Ricochets off his nose.
I don't know if you were even expecting it, if you could have caught that. Templin just threw a bullet at his nose from 2 feet away. That's supposed to be a handoff, not a chest pass.
Well, you know the obvious line here, right? He has a nose for the ball. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
I think you just did.
Rewind the tape.
He took the temperature of it right there.
Korchenkov tries to take it inside, but he's doubled.
All right, Falslev getting involved there. High steal guy, one of the better ones in the country along with Drake Allen. They need to get some of that.
Templin open from 3.
Well, he has been ice cold. Now 2 of his last 12 from the field.
Jaden Bradley, Koa Pete, Krivas plenty. Pete driving hard. Krivas gobbles up the rebound. Keeps it alive. Bradley tees up a 3. Elamine will reel it in. Utah State has not scored the last 4.5 minutes. It's Allen, takes aim from 3. He saved it right off Korchenkov.
Nice play by Falslev to give him another opportunity.
Just playing hard. Maybe these effort plays, Mason Falslev starting to come alive with those. Maybe those jumpstart his offense. Right now, though, both teams, Utah State 2 of their last 10, Arizona 1 of their last 9. Ice cold here in San Diego.
Awaka for Pete.
See, they put Krivas on the ball out of bounds, on all their baseline out of bounds, to try to really make it tough to get it in. And they had to throw the ball all the way into the backcourt.
The thing is, if you can get it in, Coach, then you do have a mismatch on the perimeter.
Well, and they worked on that yesterday, setting up those mismatches as Allen takes it to the rim.
But those count with Awaka and Krivas up there to contest.
12-4 in the paint for Utah State.
Krivas smothering D. And out of bounds. It's off of Utah State. 3:54 to go in the first half.
Well, here's Drake Allen to the rim. Again, right into Waka's chest to take away the shot block, and he finishes, but Arizona up 9.
Boy, they move that ball.
Well, they really do, and they have so many weapons that can hurt you here. Anthony Del Orso, the beneficiary, and look at how concerned Utah State is with that painted area. That's going to open up looks there. Now it's the dribble drive. 5 Aggie defenders all converge. That means Aristode's locked and loaded from the perimeter.
Arizona shooting 28%, and they're up 9. This is one of the things we talked about the other night, Robbie, is they can survive a bad shooting night because of their defense, their rebounding, and their free throw margin.
Nice rebound, hitting the deck. Allen fouled on the play.
Talk about playing in a crowd there. That's what Utah State is going to do. They are packing it in. Awaka trying to push his man up the lane. Arizona's throwing it over the top, and that defense coming to play.
Awaka number 1. Allen with the ball. Falslev. Allen, whose younger brother's committed to the basketball program at Utah State. He'll sneak inside, but look at the size.
Yeah, it is treacherous. He had both of them in there.
It is treacherous down low. House of the Dragon is back Prepare for the new season of the most epic show on TV. The battle begins this June, only on HBO Max.
Tough to inbound here. He's down in that corner with Krivas on him.
And Clark to Collins, and Collins from 15. And the tip. And grabbed by Collins, he'll break it.
That was great awareness by Awaka there. That was going to be an open 15-footer by Collins, and he saw it and got out and contested it.
Why did that clock go back to 30, though?
I don't think it should. It was an offensive. They didn't control it.
False left with a nice move inside to get it to go.
Well, they need that. His first bucket of the day. I'll tell you what, they're struggling a little bit too, but their defense is keeping them in the game.
Karchenkov will gouge his way into the paint, knocked away, swatted by Elamine. His second block.
Well, here it is, just staying in the play. Great block. Elamine, we saw some highlights the other night. He gives us another one today, Robbie.
Just a versatile player, big-time athlete, big-time length.
He's put on weight, but he is still very thin.
Still has some room to
Yes,
go
he
there.
does.
Hasn't shot the ball great, but in transition, he can be scary.
He had a nice 13-point effort the other day against Villanova. 3 assists, 7 rebounds against the Wildcats. Round of 64 win. It's Koa Pete. Shot clock is down to 7. Delorso will find his spot.
Oh, what a rebound by Clark, just to go in there and clean everything up with the Waka.
Arizona has missed 8 consecutive shots, and Allen will control for the Aggies on top and approaching 2 to play. In the first half, the winner to the Sweet 16 to meet Calipari in Arkansas. False left, launching a 3. And Karchenkov has got the ball. Jaden Bradley, Karchenkov, and Pete into Elamine. Freshman against freshman, there's a foul.
Oh, yeah, and Jared Calhoun then talking to all of his assistants and telling them to calm down.
Elamine picked up the foul, number 1. Koa Pete is at the free throw line. McDonald's All-America, top 10 high school player in the country. 15-point performance against Long Island University on Friday.
Well, Coach, Utah State is getting stops. I mean, holding Arizona to 28, you'll take that, but 1 for 11 from the three-point line. That number looms so large.
Well, especially against a team like Arizona, because even though Utah State is one of the better teams in the country scoring in the paint, you're not going to be able to do it against that size.
So
And now they lost a possession right there.
And those are the ones, it's hard enough to rebound against Arizona. Those are the ones that you've got to have. And a big opportunity here for a big swing for the Wildcats. But you got 2 Aggies going for it, and Elamine just loses that thing off the fingertips.
Well, he was trying to corral it with one hand out
instead
of bringing the other hand to the ball.
Arizona began this season with 23 consecutive wins. Delorso, Karchenkov, wide open, Bradley 3. Inside, Karchenkov.
That is the varsity of offensive rebounding out there.
They just wear you down with all those big bodies. If you're Utah State, this last minute and a half is important. Love to have this thing under 10. And there's a great pass and finish by Gary Clark.
And Volslev with that wonderful feed.
Arizona's weak side defense just a little bit late to the party. Good find from Volslev, but you have got to be in if you're on that weak side.
Delorso. Karchenkov prying his way inside. Out of bounds, 1:04 to go in the half. Coming up, AT&T at the half. Get all the scores and highlights, plus the latest NCAA tournament news. That's all coming up on AT&T at the half.
I'm telling you what, if I'm Utah State, I'm pretty happy to be within 8 right now and hoping you can settle in and get your offense going a little. They need to hold the fort here in this last minute.
The number 1 seed in white is only shooting. There's a nice spinning move by Pete. They're shooting 29%, and their lead is 10 with under a minute to go in the first half against 9-seed Utah State.
What a first half for Koa Pete.
He's got 11
points, 5 rebounds. He's been terrific.
And no one else in the game has more than 5 points.
Collins, 3, no. Pete gobbles in the rebound. It's Bradley. Bradley from Rochester, New York. He was held. Allen did the holding and draws the foul.
That was a good call and an unnecessary foul. Now here's Pete, who, as you said, Robbie, is just taken over here in the first half.
But has played well. You know, 5 of his last 6 games in double figures. He's averaged 15 a game, 52% from the field. Has been active on the offensive glass these last 4. Koa Pete's just a really good player and a winning player at that.
Arizona is 10 of 15 from the line. There is their 16th attempt. And Utah State has gone 1 of 2 from the stripe.
And Arizona does this night in and night out, has that big free throw margin. They're 6th in the country in free throw attempts at to over 26 a game, and they only give up 17 attempts. When you have a margin like that, 9 more free throw attempts night in and night out, you're tough to beat and you can survive a bad shooting night.
Well, Coach, how impressive for them to play with the physicality they do, but only foul. They're top 60 in the country in fewest fouls per game.
Drake Allen. Honorable mention Mountain West, which is that must be a terrific conference because of foul on top, and it goes on Anthony Delorso, because Allen's a pretty good player and he's only honorable mention in that very good Mountain West.
And Arizona still has 1 to give here in the first half. You want to go right away. If they're going to give it, make them give it now. Give yourself time on that last possession.
It's Clark who comes off the bench.
Oh,
got it.
Pass.
Give and go right there.
Great
Collins
job.
right to Clark driving.
That was so good.
Wasn't that pretty? That was a pretty play.
Yeah, right here off the side out of bounds. They're denying Collins. He goes back door, gives it to him, gets it right back.
Good if it goes. Wow. On the Jaden Bradley flyer. Dancing and out. And that will take us to halftime. Number 1, Arizona. They led by as many as 11. They take a 9-point lead to the half. It was close by Bradley hoisting it up. Would have counted. Good if it goes. And it ricochets. And that takes us to the half. The Wildcats of Arizona, the number 1 seed. Let's swing it over to Lauren.
Koa, you're so physical. How do you play to your strengths so well?
So what?
How do you play to your strengths so well?
I just got great teammates, that put me in position to score. And, I missed too many bunnies. I got to finish those.
How's the defense leading to offense as a team, Koa?
We're playing great defense, and we're getting rebounds and pushing in transition. That's our formula.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Kevin.
Koa Pete on repeat. He has 11 in this first half already, and he's coming off a nice 15-point game in round 1 against LIU. Sun setting here in the Pacific Coast in beautiful San Diego. Let's take a look at the Marriott Bonvoy first half stats. The headline, Arizona shooting 29%. They're up 9, and they have 10 more rebounds moments ago. Lauren Shahadi caught up with Utah State's Mason Falslev.
Mason, you guys held Arizona to 29% shooting in the first half. No one's done that. How does it continue?
Just fighting down low, making them force tough twos like we have been mid-range, and just making them shoot hard shots.
I mean, you guys came out of the locker room yelling, clapping. What was said in there?
Just go give it our all. We should be scared of nothing. We have nothing to lose.
Appreciate it.
Yep, thanks.
And they will give it their all. I don't think we have any doubts about that, Robbie. Bottom line is they're going to have to make some threes.
Yeah.
With Arizona's size, they've done a good job scoring 18 points in the paint, but they are 3 for 28 in this tournament from 3. That's not going to get it done. They need to knock down some threes.
Elamine trying a three. Rebound is pulled down by Korchenkov. And Arizona attacking the other way with Burries. Krivas.
And that's his move, too. He loves to take you left and get back to his right. But it just shows you how hard it is for Utah State to close down these possessions. The offensive glass, 12 offensive rebounds for the Wildcats in the first half. And even though you've got multiple guys down there, whether it's Pete, Awaka, Krivas, they put so much pressure on your defense to close it all down.
And how about this, averaging about 42 points in the paint, Arizona? They've only got 8 so far, Stan.
Right, exactly. But a lot of those, they've shut down points in the paint by fouling them and send them to the line.
Bradley.
He's taken a lot of jump shots from the mid-range and from three, but Jaden Bradley there coming off the ball screen, snaking into the baseline, and Arizona, for all their struggles, an 11-point lead now.
Well, I just think they're a team that can survive the struggles because of their defense and their rebounding and their ability to get to the free throw line.
Elamine will toggle his way down. He goes into the defense of Krivas, who swats it away.
And Coach, you talked about the lack of shooting from the perimeter, and Krivas is just such a force down there defensively, but the best players for Utah State have got to play like the best players. Falslev 1 of 4, Collins 2 of 9. That's not going to get it done against a team like Arizona.
Falslev, he'll hoist a three.
There we go. And that's what you're going to have to do. And they're going to have to make 5 or 6 in this half to have a chance.
Krivas, look at the lob, look at the fake, the spin, the foul. Falslev was there.
Boy, what a pass from Korchenkov. The distance and then just the precision there to throw that thing over the top. He is so good at that. I mean, look at where he is. He brings this thing across, and I love Krivas just running the floor here, immediately stealing. Maybe gets away, does push off with those 2 hands, but that pass was perfect from Korchenkov.
Krivas at the line. He's 7'2". He's a junior, played in multiple youth international teams in Lithuania, and he ended this Big 12 season, coach, number 6 in rebounding, number 4 in block shots. With that size, I can see why.
Oh, absolutely. And I think he does a great job in his drop defense on pick and rolls. He's got great hands. He can pass the ball when he drives double teams. I think he's very, very skilled. But there's really no wink link on this Arizona team. You said it, Robbie. They've got 8 starter level guys.
Falslev, another 3. Leaping rebound, Koa Pete. With Burries racing the other way. Bradley looking for the escape hatch, and he finds it on the side. It's caught by Burries. Cross court, Korchenkov lines up a 3.
What a pass by Koa Pete, though. Got the ball, kept it high, felt the double team coming, and skipped the ball right on target.
And Korchenkov now 8 of his last 14 from 3 here. He shoots the ball well. That just adds another dimension to Arizona's offense.
Collins will take it, defended by Burries, and back on top to King. It's Drake Allen. Color the screen. Shot clock at 4. King's got to fire. Wow.
Well, King can do that now. He's a 39% three-point shooter. He can get it going, and they need somebody to get it going.
Look at that acrobatic shot. Korchenkov.
If he's your 5th best starter, you're in business right there.
Falslev tries to split the D, and a foul call. Looks like it's on Bradley. It is. Jaden Bradley will pick up the foul. That is his first.
Well, the bigs put on a show passing on the interior. This time it's going to be Koa Pete, and the skip pass across the floor. Look at the attention he's drawing. Korchenkov really feeling it here these last 4 games from 3. And then in the open floor, they are looking ahead, and Korchenkov putting immediate pressure on Utah State's defense.
Templin has come in, and he'll put up a 3. Right off the bat, another one.
Okay, they've made 3 here already in the half. 3 for 5. To me, that's their chance to stay in it now. Can they find a way to stop Arizona?
Coach, they're going really small. They didn't guard Templin there. He's a 34% three-point shooter. Different deal than Zach Keller on the floor. Now can they rebound here, though?
And then Burry's taken off. He got stuck in the air. Templin lining up another three. No.
You got to make more than one to get Krivas to come out of the paint.
Bradley will take it hard to the hole. And Krivas almost had it. Pete Bradley on the side. Korchenkov another three. Pete.
It's a great pass from Korchenkov. Give him the assist on that, Kevin.
And now Korchenkov with a couple of assists. It's Templin. False left. A floater on the fly.
That drop, it just dares you to take one of the toughest shots in basketball when you got a defender on your hip and Krivas in front of you. That is not an easy shot there for Falslev.
Krivas tired, so they walk the ball up the floor and let him get his rest.
Good observation. Here's Bradley. They'll go barreling into the paint with a whistle. And a timeout. 15:42 to go.
Well, Koa Pete, the recipient of an air ball, and sticks it back in. Arizona by 11.
Good stuff, Jamie. Their head coach, Ben McCollum. He coached Drake last year. He brought along his best player, Bennett Sturtz. They beat Clemson, the 8th seed in the first round, with a 3-hit right there. Now they take care of #1 seed Florida. Congratulations, Iowa Hawkeyes.
Well, and Iowa in the tournament, or in the second weekend for the first time since '99, just like St. John's was here at our venue. So both those teams waiting a long time to get back to the Sweet 16.
So after Burry's hit the three, Bradley cans a two.
It's just the explosive nature. You get the Burry's three, you got Bradley in transition, and just like that, Utah State, they are on the ropes here.
A 7-0 run by the Wildcats. Perriman with it here. Off the bench, Clark will take the three.
That's not Gary Clark's game at all.
It's 1 of 7 now from 3 on the year.
Braden Burries.
That's weight room.
Burrows.
Wow. The Arizona offense has come alive here in the second half. 18 points after the break. First possession, everybody's open. It's Pete inside. You got Burries on the perimeter. He drills it. Bradley bringing it in transition. So many options on the floor. 64% from the field in the second half for the Arizona Wildcats.
Perriman up top. Collins inside. Always going to get bushwhacked. Look at all the traffic.
Well, great patience there, right, Coach? You get in that tough spot, and Collins never panics and earns that trip to the line.
Only the 3rd and 4th free throw attempts upcoming here for Utah State.
Jaden Bradley picks up #2. Collins will be at the free throw line.
Well, and Collins had the huge second half the other night against Villanova. They need him to do the same thing here if they're going to claw their way back into this game.
Collins began at Virginia Tech with a couple of years there. He's from South Carolina. Then he went to Vanderbilt for a year and has gone on to have a wonderful career at Utah State, Mountain West Tournament MVP with a 20-point game in the first one against Villanova.
Well, and playing some of his best basketball, Kevin.
Yes.
4 of his last 5 games, he's actually scored 20 or more and done it in a really efficient manner.
Korchenkov. Pete. Korchenkov trying to gash that defense. Lost the ball inside, off the foot. Foul called. Perriman, I think, got it. He did. The freshman, wearing #1. He played at Clayton Valley Charter High School in San Francisco, and their nicknames, the Ugly Eagles.
Wow. Why the ugly ones?
You can't make this stuff up. Burries down low, Pete from Karchenkov, and intercepted by the aforementioned Perriman. Knocked away right there by Burries, saved, and there's a 3 up and off by King.
That would have been nice for them.
Burries, the twirling Pete, look out! Oh, he could not get it to drop. They go inside, the reverse will work, and Clark puts it in.
Well, Clark's been great for them off the bench. He's their leading scorer and their leading rebounder.
I love the way he used the rim there. Went to the other side to shield that off from Krivas, who was lurking. Krivas, top 5 in blocks in the Big 12 this season.
Burries from San Bernardino, California, and a freshman, and one of the best in the country at it. Here's another freshman, Pete. In fact, this two-team combination of freshmen are their top 2 scorers, and it's the 4th time, Lauren, a #1 seed has had 2 freshmen leading him in scoring, going back to Kentucky in 2010 and Duke in 19.
And Coach loves it. Yvonne, Koa, Braden, so present last round. And Coach Lloyd was asked, are you surprised your freshmen handled the moment? He kind of laughed. He said, are you kidding me? They've been consistent all year. I'd be more surprised if they played poorly. Stan, he said, when you have guys with basketball IQs off the charts, I don't even look at them as freshmen. They're basketball players, and they're good ones.
Absolutely, and especially for the 2 European guys, you know, Robbie, you've played over there. They've played in big games.
Right, and played pro basketball. I mean, you look at Karchenkov, he played for Bayern Munich and Pablo Lasso. That's a legendary coach.
King after the turnover. Oh, knocked away by Pete.
Oh, they called a foul. I guess maybe he got him down low.
What hustle?
Because the ball he got cleanly.
Oh, he clipped his leg, I think.
Barely,
I think that's
right?
where you're going to get it.
Nicked him.
Arizona fans do not agree with the call, surprisingly enough.
Up top, it was definitely clean.
Yeah, that's not a foul. I mean, I understand he might have got... Listen, those are exciting plays. We can't be calling cheap fouls like that and take the exciting plays out of the game.
Here's Kobe King at the free throw line, a transfer from Butler, where he played last year. Before that, he played at Tulane, he played at St. John's, and now he's on his 4th team here with Utah State from Pompano Beach, Florida.
The ball don't lie.
Yep.
Oh, Rasheed Wallace.
Said it so eloquently.
Yes, he did. And Jaden Bradley's got it. King is on him.
Utah State's defense, at least against the first shot, has been outstanding.
Del Orso.
Yeah, think about the way they've taken away the duck-ins that Arizona loves to get to. They really have done a good job. It's just, can you close them out?
Perriman. As he was making a move, Del Orso was there. Foul called on the Australian, who picks up his 2nd. The only thing that tastes better than making it to March Madness is making it to the next round. So enjoy ice cold Coca-Cola and keep cheering for your team, the Cal Bears. Davidson, UCLA, Santa Clara, San Francisco. Look at this.
Is that a Steve Nash Santa Clara jersey?
Was he number 11 at Santa Clara?
I'm not sure.
Well, Bill Russell played at San Francisco. We know Walton played with 32 at UCLA. Perriman, false left. A floater on the fly. Collins will get it to drop. Nice play, good drive.
Good shot fake to get your defender up in the air and get downhill and show the touch off with that right float.
Well, and they've stabilized a little. Got it back to 12, a little more manageable. Playing this matchup zone now. And now matching up out of it. Perriman here.
Burries, the collision, and it was hard. He went right into Carson Templin.
When Pete was just trying to wipe out Templin there. It's been Mason Falslev trying to get it going. Koa Pete has had it going, as has Gary Clark. A 6-0 Utah State run. They're still hanging around.
Wednesday night, 9 on Food Network. I'll be there with the bib on and ready to chow.
I'd be happy to be there and I'll be a judge. I'll volunteer. You don't even need to pay me.
Why does that not surprise me?
You don't need to pay me.
It's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it, Coach. I hear you.
Yeah, I mean, that's the kind of guy I am.
You're so good. 14,
I'm giving.
14-point Arizona lead. They've led by 18. Utah State has never led Perriman on the perimeter. Arizona comes in 33-2. 33-2. And here is the success they had in round one against LIU, paling to what they've done tonight, where it's not been a good story.
No, not at all. But they've drawn fouls in the paint.
Yes, great.
And they're plus 10, well, actually plus 12 now at the free throw line in a game where they're up 14.
Falslev buries, will pick up the foul. His third. He had two quick ones, sat out, and then came back in. Has navigated it since, but picks up number 3 there. 11:39 in the second half. The winner here to the Sweet 16. And a date in San Jose with John Calipari's Arkansas Razorbacks.
And another great guard in Acuff. I mean, he is outstanding.
Yeah, 36 in the first round. They move inside. Perriman with the fadeaway on the glass.
Wait, he hasn't scored in the last 4 games and is 0 for 6 from the field. And you're going at Krivas and doing that? That is not an easy shot by the freshman.
He's 2 of 3 tonight. Del Orso, the cutting Awaka.
He got fouled on the hand there.
Yes, he did. And this is part of the point of the paint stuff as we watch here. Also, grabbing that thumb.
He's still working it out there at the line, kind of working on his forearm.
And this is why the paint points are a little deceptive, though. That's in the paint, but they don't count this as a paint point because it's at the free throw line. I've argued that in the NBA. Fouled in the paint, you should count these as paint points.
Robbie mentioned this back in the first half about Awaka and his rebounding. The best rebounding rate, 40 minutes in the Big 12. The best in the conference in 23 years.
It's incredible. But look at his body, plus the motor, and it's just, he totally understands what his strengths are, and he plays to them. And that is a skill in itself, Coach, because some guys are always trying to prove what they can do. Tobe Awaka knows what he can do.
Absolutely. I think it's one of the great skills for guys is to understand who they are and play to their greatness.
Falslev, 3.
Right, Falslev's getting it going a little bit now. Here we go. It's a 10-point game. They are not going away.
As you predicted, you said this team is too well coached, too many options, and a lot of grit. Bradley, Korchenkov,
good help by Gary Clark.
Oh, it got treacherous in there. It'll be Arizona's ball.
Gary Clark's been outstanding tonight. This is a great read on the spin. He's right there on the help.
He was good in the first game.
And Falslev getting away, right? You got your defender. He's looking at the ball. He's sliding to that corner to create as much space as possible.
All right, we don't need to have a conference over where to take the ball out of bounds. Come on, guys. Make a decision and let's go.
No, it's a decorated crew, though.
I understand. So let's live by what they call and let's go.
Del Orso's 3-0. Look at the grab inside by the aggressive Awaka.
Holy cow. Tobe Awaka. My gosh.
Well, this is one of those
Look
guys,
at this. He's
Coach.
on a dead run. Nobody puts a body on him.
Well, I don't care how many times the head coach says, look, Tobe Awaka is crashing every time. He's the most physical player you're going to see. Until you get out here and witness it as a player, you just can't understand what he is bringing. He is an elite offensive rebounder.
He sure is. They have 16 offensive rebounds. Utah State has 17 defensive rebounds.
I'm running that football program at Arizona. I'm checking out with Coach Tommy Lloyd about Pete and Owaka's availability.
No question. My prediction at the beginning of this tournament is we will see Tobe Owaka playing in the NFL.
False length. Collins.
A good stunt by Krivas there just to get in the mind of Collins so he couldn't pull.
He should have, though. Should have shot that three, just risen up. They need that, and they need him to get going.
But Krivas is playing both. The whole possession, Coach. That was so good by Mo Krivas.
Out of bounds, shot clock at 5. Get complete coverage of the NCAA Division I Women's Tournament going on now. Go to ncaa.com. 5 seconds on the shot clock.
The ever-dangerous Utah State under-out-of-bounds plays loom large here.
Well, they got the ball to Falslev the last time when he got fouled.
Falslev.
Oh, he whiffed.
Collins, 3 off. And Clark is there to clean it up and put it in. Beat the shot clock buzzer, got the deuce, he'll be at the line.
Tommy Lloyd's trying to say it didn't beat the shot clock, but I think it did.
We'll watch it.
Well, Owaka switches out, so now you're rebounding a bit compromised. Gary Clark, he gets that up easy right there.
Yeah.
He's now into double figures with 10 points, also 5 rebounds, and this is totally his game. 3rd best offensive rebounding rate in the Mountain West Conference. He is looking for those offensive rebound putbacks.
Well, what are we talking about now? Are we going to go check to see if it got off on time? I mean, clearly he got it off. Look over here at the scorer's table. I mean, at the announcing table, we'll tell you, and we can just get on with the game. Well, this bucket's going to count, and Gary Clark's going to be at the free throw line. It's a matter of how long they're going to take over this.
Hopefully it's a quick one here.
You know, here's the thing. Even when I coached Robbie and Kevin, I was a guy who tried to help these guys as much as I could.
You're so
and
generous.
they just won't look to me. That was a quick one.
Right, that was
Give
fast.
them credit.
That was
quick.
good. Good speed.
That bucket counts. 1 free throw.
Let's get it right. They want to make sure.
The basket counts. The foul did occur. It's going to be 1 shot for Utah State.
All right, Utah State can get this to 8 right here.
Utah State's the only Mountain West school to make the NCAA tournament each of the last 4 years. Boy, have they had a wonderful group of coaches that have led this program over the last many years. I mean, some real nice names that have gone on to other schools and done well.
Absolutely. Whoever is doing the hiring there is doing an outstanding job of evaluating coaches, and that's not necessarily an easy thing. Gary Clark just being the guy for Utah State.
And he's a 52% free throw shooter.
And now they're into that 2-2-1 3/4 court press again.
Single-digit deficit. Look at the trap. He's in a torture chamber.
Yes, it is.
What a play defensively.
But Karchenkov's got to know you cannot cross the half-court line and then pick up your dribble. This is exactly what this press is designed to do. You pick it up right there, you're in trouble. Great hands here by Utah State. And they tie up Karchenkov, and they win that possession.
Big stretch right here.
Yes,
Basket
it is.
here makes things start to get a little tight.
Falslev, 3, no!
Got a good
And
look.
the rebound by Braden. Burries.
Another thing I like about Burries, he's an outstanding rebounder
Good point.
for a guard.
Karchenkov driving into Collins. Deflected. Pete comes up with it. And fouled as he fired.
Close to a turnover there. That would have been huge.
Tommy Lloyd having a talk with Karchenkov right now about just making the right play and playing under control. That could have been a turnover. And Koa Pete ends up with the loose ball and finds his way to the free throw line.
He's only a 61% free throw shooter.
So Arizona reached #1 in the polls in mid-December. They began the season for Tommy Lloyd, number 13. Stayed #1 in the country until mid-February. Lost a couple games, finished strong, finished #2 in the rankings. Well, they've had a better.
See there, Utah State, 7 for 39 from 3 in the tournament, and Jaden Daniels just did a great job being right with MJ Combs.
I don't think Gary Clark knew the play.
Krivas knocked away the shot by Perriman. Then Clark is there to put it back up and in.
No need for the play when you can do that.
No need for the play. Krivas there for another block, but Gary Clark having the game of his life here in a big moment.
Closest since it was 27-20 back in the first half. With Bradley trying to probe. Burries will accelerate with Perriman on his back. He looks inside. It's another turnover. Here comes Perriman on the side. Falslev. He crashes into Bradley.
Great defense by Jaden Daniels there. That looked like a sure bucket. Off the turnover. They're 2-on-1. Great job. Probably a foul, but great job. Nah, I mean, he got up straight. You're right.
He leaves his feet.
No, you're right. And I thought he might have jumped A to B.
Jaden Bradley, first team all-defense in the conference, first team all-Big 12, decorated player. We told you player of the year in the conference. And he was the one who had that magnificent buzzer-beating semifinal shot that beat Iowa State in the Big 12 tournament.
But Coach Falslev kind of had a flat tire there. From our angle, I thought maybe he like rolled an ankle. He just didn't really go anywhere.
Boy, that was a big missed opportunity.
Utah State's on a 16-5 run.
Ooh, Drake Allen is always looming, and
wow,
a 10-second call right there.
Yes, it was.
Oh, he got fouled though. Burries was fouled. Wow. Tell you what, not easy if they're going to let you defend like that.
Well, Allen is always looking for these steals. He's always on the side of aggression. And that definitely was armed.
But there's no question that was a foul. It was right in front of us.
Falslev. Drake Allen. Shot clock at 7, 8 to play. The winner goes to the Sweet 16. Falslev, 3, no. And the rebound by Braden Burries. Arizona's had 3 turnovers the last 4 trips.
Well, this is a team, Utah State, who's turned people over all year. Just couldn't get it done really in the first half tonight, but starting to show why.
Burries. Elamine will defend.
Another one.
Another turnover. 4th and 5 trips. Elamine! Foul, Pete.
That's 9 turnovers now for Arizona.
Utah State, the number 9 seed against number 1 in the West, Arizona. Clawing back after trailing by 18 on True TV. Shooting about the same with the 3-point hits. Rebounding advantage for Arizona, as you can see in this 56-49 lead for the top seed Arizona Wildcats. Lauren, what do you have?
Kevin, I was listening in the Utah State huddle, and Coach was loving the pressure. He said, keep forcing them to turn the ball over. They kept screaming, we're bearing down right now. This may surprise you, but Coach Calhoun's whiteboard covered in ink. He is a coaching machine.
I love it. Well, Koa P just picked up his 4th foul for Arizona, which puts Elamine at the free throw line.
Well, 6 second-half turnovers for Arizona, only 3 in the first half.
That's what Utah State has thrived on all season long.
Close games as well.
They've won a lot of close ones. They force a lot of turnovers. They're 8th nationally in points off turnovers per game. And
it's
now
a
you
5-point game.
Set your defense and roll with your press again.
And Pete, who's their 2nd leading scorer on the bench with 4 fouls. A lot of traffic, and Burries just getting across. Look at him get tangled up in grapple. Look at that grapple.
Great job being strong with the ball there.
But you can't pick it up right there, Coach. They put themselves in some tough spots.
They have, but you got to get the ball across, too.
Allen picked up the foul.
Del Orso's open in the middle there from Daniels. Their spacing not good.
Yeah, not great.
I think Del Orso and Karchenkov have to be down the floor more to
make
open up
that
more
second
space.
line, right?
Yes.
They've got to respect that.
On the floor, Krivas.
And that'll be Arizona ball.
It will. That's the possession arrow.
So right now for these two teams, obviously you got to make shots. But for Utah State, they got to do a better job rebounding the ball, which is easier said than done. And for Arizona, it's about taking care of the basketball right now.
In the second half, Utah State has shot 41%. Arizona has gone 7 of 14. Del Orso 3. Krivas got a hand on it. Took it away from Elamine. Look at 3 guys around him.
Krivas has 5 offensive rebounds.
Bradley shifting, driving, surging, score!
The turn down there, Jaden Bradley rejecting the screen, the killer crossover, and the super impressive finish at the rim.
It's the first Arizona field goal in 7 minutes and 40 seconds.
Wow. And that's what you expect from the Big 12 Player of the Year.
Collins. Allen, 3, bullseye!
4-point game.
Del Orso to Bradley.
A little better job that time against the pressure.
Karchenkov. Krivas
is everywhere, coach.
Krivas the whole game right now. That's 6 offensive rebounds for him. Only 5 points, but 3 blocks and 6 offensive rebounds.
That's his first basket of the night.
He has been huge.
Allen. There's a foul. It's inside at the 5:55 mark of the second half.
Wow. I mean, Karchenkov should have finished this, but he misses it. Just too big. And then here, as Robbie said, Bradley rejects the screen, and then great finish.
I mean, degree of difficulty on that shot, 10 out of 10.
Del Orso picked up his 3rd.
The call on the floor is a common foul. The play is under review for a possible upgrade to a flagrant foul.
Oh, man.
Certainly was, I don't think anything intentional, but that doesn't necessarily matter.
Anytime you get contact to the head, that flagrant one of excessive or unnecessary, that comes into play.
This would be huge because the foul originally called on Del Orso.
When they can't just change it common foul to common foul, they can only upgrade the foul to a flagrant.
Can you upgrade the foul to a flagrant on a different guy?
Yes, you can. So yeah, they could call this then a flagrant. It's a foul on Del Orso, but
and then also a flagrant.
But you can't say, oh, it's actually a foul on Elamine.
The Wildcats of Arizona have gone to the Sweet 16 2 consecutive years. They haven't been to the Final Four since 2001.
Del Orso's holding him.
So our rules analyst is Gene Steratore, and Gene, walk us through this one.
I think, to me, Kevin, Del Orso, I think that's a common foul. I don't really think there's head or neck contact there. There is a 2-hand push. It's under the head and neck, in my opinion, and in the upper chest. And with Elamine, I don't really see that elbow, although there is slight contact to the face there. He's just, to me, that's a swim, and it's just a grazing one. I think a common foul is where I'd stay on the play, guys.
Gene, we thank you. Let's go to our official here.
After review, the call on the floor will stand. This will remain a common foul.
That's Patrick Adams, who's officiated 6 Final Fours. With the ruling in a 6-point game and 5:55 to go. And they're going to put Elamine at the line. Utah State tonight, 6 of 9. Arizona, coach, 18 of 28.
Yeah, well, that's been a huge factor in the game. Elamine, an 81% free throw shooter.
We talked about this Friday. It's amazing that he comes from the D.C. area and was the number 10 player in the area. I know there's a lot of talent, but the fact that he kind of fell through the cracks and Utah State was able to snag a guy with this level of athleticism, it's pretty impressive.
You just saw the foul story. A couple beauties at the line by Elamine and some full court pressure by the Aggies.
Yeah, a little different this time. They go and trap the first pass.
Karchenkov flying here. What a play. Jaden Bradley.
And again, a lot of credit there to Mo Krivas, sealing his defender so that Bradley can get to the rim. Without big numbers, Krivas has had a huge impact on the game.
And also, Coach, credit to Anthony Del Orso, because he's in one of the toughest spots on the floor against the press. Keeps his composure, keeps his eyes up the floor, and he finds Jaden Bradley to get that thing going.
Bradley began at Alabama, third year with Arizona, at the line right now. 14 points, and he's gone 4 of 5 from the stripe.
He's now their leading scorer with 15. Not a single Utah State player starter in double figures. Only Gary Clark off the bench.
Templin, 3, no. Rebound, pulled down by Burries.
Templin 1 for 6 from 3 now.
He was wide open, set the flare and popped. Krivas was opening up to help. That's a shot to Templin. If you're going to play small with him at the 5, he's got to make them pay for it.
Pete is on the bench with 4 fouls.
Sometimes there's a reason you're open, Robbie.
Del Orso doubled. Looking for Karchenkov. It's a turnover and picked up by M.J. Collins. Diving in front was Bradley. 3, Allen!
And they're going to they're backing off their pressure now.
But give Utah State so much credit. It felt like Arizona was in a place to put this thing to bed. They came out in the second half and threw a real haymaker, but Utah State has started to find the range. 6 of 15 from 3 after the break. This one, Drake Allen, the Aggies, they're not going anywhere. When you feel like all the pressure is now shifted to Arizona, the number 1 seed, Utah State, 9th seeded here in the West, they've got nothing to lose.
Bradley making a move. Right to the hole.
I'll tell you, this guy, every time they get in a tight situation, he's playing with so much talent around him, but he's the guy who steps up in the biggest situations for this Arizona team.
Bradley this half has gone 5 of 6 for the top seed Arizona Wildcats. Falsa playing with 4 fouls, scooping it to Collins.
Oh, great play and great execution. Just couldn't knock it down.
Krivas got it. Bradley making a move. Collins nicked him.
But he loves that left to right cross reject, Coach. You've got to make him use that.
Yep, there it is. He uses the screen. Now he's getting back to that right hand and up over the top. Now he's at the line. He has taken over here for Arizona.
You mentioned the clutch gene that he has, and just that shot he made in the Big 12 tournament semifinals. I mean, he's done it all season long. When they've needed big baskets late, Jaden Bradley has delivered time after time.
He just drained his 18th point. 5 of 6 from the line for an Arizona team that has been a top 4 seed 5 consecutive seasons. First time they've been a number 1 seed in 4 years.
He's getting the
building
MVP
serenading
chant,
him.
and he was.
He was at the Big 12.
Absolutely.
That's right.
The Big 12. So I'll tell you what, to be the most outstanding player in the Big 12,
In that league, yes.
wow, that's pretty amazing.
What a rebound.
And he lost it out of bounds, but Krivas is everywhere.
fouled.
Elamine got his arm.
Yeah, he got fouled. It's one of the pet peeves I had as a coach is they let you just beat up big guys. Smaller guys are allowed to just beat the heck out of big guys, like to try to even it up. They don't let you slow down fast guys by hitting them.
Allen by 3 defenders.
Drake Allen, you said it the other day, Rob, he's starting to look for his own a little bit more. Right here, 8 points. He only had 3 going into these last few minutes. He's got 8 points here lately, and they're right back to 5.
Bradley's had a magnificent second half for Arizona. Marchenkoff across the lane. Krivas! And a foul.
My gosh. 8 offensive rebounds.
And 13 rebounds overall.
Man. But Drake Allen is the guy taking over for Utah State. A couple of threes. And then this drive right at Krivas. Well, Utah State has just fought hard in this second half. Look at the defense, kicks it out. Falsev making the 3. And then we've seen them turn people over, fighting hard. They just, right now, can't get it done on the boards. 21 offensive rebounds for Arizona, 8 of them by this guy, Mo Krivas. Utah State only 17 defensive rebounds.
Krivas, 4 of his 6 points at the line. But his 13 rebounds have been huge.
And he's made his last 5 free throws.
Yes,
First one he shot tonight was an absolute brick. And now he's shown the touch that we've seen for most of the year.
Allen. Doubled. Good find. Clark inside. No. A 14th rebound by Krivas.
Boy, and he totally altered that shot right there. He's just been everywhere, both ends.
3 to play. And a foul.
When he's not a big guy that you can foul. I mean, some big guys, you'd love to grab him and send him at the line. Look at Krivas here. He's playing both guys. Now he recovers, verticality, and then goes up and grabs the rebound.
And Coach, you said this on Friday, but he is so good at playing the ball and playing his man. And that is not an easy thing to do in the drop.
Not at all. It's almost like what you've got to do against him is you have got to come off and shoot the ball. He's back, set a solid screen. You got to be able to shoot it off the dribble.
But the analytics would say if you're inside the arc, it's like the worst shot you can, you know what I mean? It's just
so shoot the 3 off the dribble.
And that's where the guards, if they're into the ball, they're taking that away.
I think if they win tonight, Arizona, they might have that problem with Darius Aycock.
Absolutely, because he's looking to get his game on.
Seven straight free throw makes, too. I mean, this guy, you look at only 1 bucket, and he might be the MVP of this game.
It's Allen. It's Collins. It's a 3.
And Bradley got lost there. The screening on the baseline. MJ Collins, he is flying off it.
They just will not go away.
And we're not surprised by that.
Not at all.
They are tough.
2.5 to go. Elamine's on Bradley. Got the Krivas screen. Works his way, kicks it in the corner. Burry, shot clock at 2. It's a long 3.
Oh, man!
Oh!
He has made all 3 of his threes tonight. He's got 15 points on 6 shots.
Timeout, Utah State.
You are talking about one of the elite freshmen in college basketball. Shot clock winding down. Dial one up from distance.
Look at this. Just a great defensive possession by Utah State. Elamine plays it perfectly. What shot. Oh, they freed him up.
Collins 3. No.
Just couldn't get it. And Koa Pete, who's had a quiet second half,
Huge rebound.
He ripped it away. Pete with the board. Ball in the hands of Burries. Arizona has made 5 of their last 7 from the floor. And they made 7 consecutive free throws. 1:40 to go in regulation. Burries, Karchenkov, Elamine there. It's Bradley. Falslev.
Great defense by Falslev. Still time.
Allen on the wing. Falslev with a 3. Rebound inside, claimed by Burries.
Back-to-back, really good looks for Utah State from 3.
But I love Burries' rebounding for a guard. He has 9 rebounds tonight to go with his 15 points, 2 assists.
Allen just picked up number 4 for Utah State.
Both Collins and Falslev get great looks from 3, and they just couldn't cash them in.
They got Burries at the line, and you see the numbers right there. This Arizona team, 33-2 this year, the most wins by any Division I team without a Final Four appearance over the last 5 years. They've won a lot. They just have not been able to claim the crown.
Well, and what coaches talk so much about, they're going to have a heck of a chance. If they pull this one out, which looks like they're going to do, just the offensive rebounding, the way they can get to the free throw line, the overall size, the way they wear you down, even on nights when they don't shoot the ball well from 3, there's so much built in to protect them from that volatility.
That's exactly right. The only thing tonight is in the second half, they did not take care of the basketball.
The turnovers, yes. And they're, on the season, 113th in college basketball. Not bad.
It's incorrectly called that number 8. Blue had 5 fouls. He has 4 fouls, so he therefore could come back in the ballgame.
That's Allen, who they're talking about.
Allen has had a very good second half.
Arkansas awaiting back in Fayetteville tonight. John Calipari engineering another Sweet 16 appearance. They'll take on the winner here.
If this result does hold, the West Regional becomes an absolute beast.
Well, I'll tell you what, in the West Regional, we got a lot of coaches who've been to that Sweet 16 a lot of times.
Yeah.
John Calipari, Tommy Lloyd going now, but if you go back to his Gonzaga days, Sean Miller, I think going for the 9th time, and Matt Painter, obviously. These guys are no strangers to being at this point in the tournament.
It's Burries again.
Well, 10-point game here. Utah State, you got to start hunting 3s.
Collins will take it inside. The defense. And Elamine launching a 3. Missed it and whistles out of bounds.
I think that'll about do it.
Yep, should. A hit right there would have really made it interesting.
It really would have. And Utah State's not going to give it up, though. They're going to be here in the pressure. Pete cannot move on the baseline, which makes it a little difficult to inbound.
Oh, Falslev out of bounds right into our cameraman.
Boy, if he could have come up with that and laid it in the basket. I mean, great job, just keeps coming.
Look at our man Kaz down there holding the camera and then getting waylaid.
Well, he's from Valparaiso, Indiana. I'm not surprised that he's got extreme
I was
toughness
say, he didn't
there.
even flinch.
Pete Karchenkov. And he was fouled in 59.9.
This is the toughness everybody's looking for from their players.
Kaz is a rugged rascal.
And just the caring nature of the making sure that Falslev was okay.
I'll tell you what, that's professionalism right there.
It is. Because I know if he came barreling into us, we'd be scattering.
Oh, I'd be gone. I'd be gone. I got no toughness whatsoever.
Karchenkov at the line.
I think it was good for Arizona, quite frankly, to get this challenge here. today, especially with the young guys. I mean, you have 3 starters going through this NCAA tournament for the first time. Good to get a real challenge under your belt.
Allen. Utah State took care of Villanova, playing number 1 seed Arizona. The 3 will miss it all. Caught by Pete. And that will be all she wrote. After a 9-0 run, Arizona led 51-33 with 14:33 left, and Utah State cut it to 4. Cut it to 4. 63-59 inside, and Krivas will tap in the miss by Burries.
How appropriate. He has been dominant on the interior tonight.
And at the other end, Carson Templin.
And I think they'll just run out the clock now, but some great performances tonight
Just
from
a terrific
Arizona's guys. A lot of respect between the 2 coaches over there.
The number 1 seed with 33 wins has just notched their 34th. Arizona is going to the Sweet 16 in San Jose. Arizona wins it. 78-66. Arizona surviving and advancing. They're going to the Sweet 16 to Lauren Shahadi.
Coach, congratulations. You said sometimes it goes perfectly. How do you win when it doesn't?
Well, we knew it wasn't going to be. We're a gritty group. And, we always say if we're not gritty, we're a word that rhymes with gritty. And today, these guys came out. They were spirited. They did a great job getting us off to a good start, and they did a great job holding off a really good Utah State team.
I mean, you have veterans and you have first-year guys. How have they meshed so well, Coach?
Well, we got hoopers. We got guys that believe in each other. We got a great character in this program. We got a great coaching staff. I'm just really proud of everybody.
And you got clutch guys like Jaden. Get over here. Hooper is clutch a gene because you got it. How are you so good in such big moments?
I just trusted in my work. You know, my teammates did a great job. Down the end, you kind of figure out what they're doing. I mean, it's a tough team to play against, tough defense. Just trusted in my work, and it's showing.
You have such a perfect mix of kind of youth and experience. What's the role of mentor been like for you?
Not giving out my guys too much. You know, they're very talented freshmen, very mature. So they're going out there playing their game. I'm just not been here for a while, so giving them a little bit of knowledge, some nuggets here and there, but they're putting their own spin on it.
Congratulations. Enjoy it.
Thank you very much.
Kevin.
Yes, sir.